When We Were Boys by Joseph Michael Cerra. When we were boys, we played baseball every day, all summer long, from the earliest moments of sunlight until it grew so dark that we couldn't find the ball. We played full games, 9 innings long, with as few as 6 players for both teams. We used special playground rules we thought we invented, tagging any base, ghost runners, hitting out of your hands, using only the left side of the field. We shared our gloves and our bats and rarely had more than one ball. By nightfall, our baseball, smeared with grass stains and dirt from a day of play, easily blended into the dark outfield turf. Woe to the outfielder who let the ball get past him and couldn't find it. He'd surrendered a home run and brought our day to an end. In the morning, we raced to arrive at the field. If you got there first, you could be the player of your choosing and adopt his identity for the whole day. That was our rule. Now, the second kid to arrive often chose to be Ted Williams, but that wasn't a given. Some kids chose to be Mel Ott or Jimmy Fox, sometimes Hank Greenberg. But if you arrived first, there was never a doubt. You chose to be Joe DiMaggio. Then everyone had to call you DiMaggio for the rest of the day. Joe DiMaggio was the greatest baseball player in the world. He played for the New York Yankees, and he was an Italian. For us, first-generation Italian-Americans, no higher honor existed than being DiMaggio. My heart raced when a teammate yelled at me, "Come on, DiMaggio, we need a hit." How could I fail? Our summers were boundless, without limits of time or potential. Today, they all blur together in my mind as if they happened all at once, without any beginning or end. We played thousands of games, but the results are long forgotten. Moments remain, like a remarkable defensive play, a home run, or those awful occasions after an argument over a close play when even your teammates would turn on you. We were young and never imagined that those days would ever end. We had heartbreaks. We had anxieties. I don't remember much about them. At night, we sat on the porch of my home and tried to find the radio broadcasts for the games in faraway venues. We lived in the coal mining regions of northeastern Pennsylvania, far from the big major league towns and bright city lights. Among the dark mountains, our little home glowed under black skies lit with stars too numerous to be counted. As if competing, the earth countered with the random yellow, lustrous flickering of fireflies, seemingly in numbers even greater. When atmospheric conditions were just right, we'd pick up a radio signal from New York or Boston, or sometimes even as far west as Detroit or St. Louis. Night baseball was still a novelty, and the Yankees didn't broadcast their games. But we always held out hope that maybe we could find the broadcast for the team the Yankees were visiting that night. Or we loved finding the Dodgers broadcast, because that meant we could hear Red Barber, and he was the best. The lively twang of the old redhead was the summer evening itself, warm, friendly, ripening at the crack of that sound, the sound of the bat striking the ball. And then Red's resonance became the estival breeze, rustling to a passionate, gentle denouement. Red Barber captured my young consciousness like no other storyteller could. To this day, when I see a firefly, I hear the old redhead's voice. We couldn't see the games. We relied on the broadcasters to evoke images with their descriptions and inflections. We hung on every word and transported ourselves to those faraway fields, remembering our own accomplishments that day. We imagined Red Barber was calling our plays and telling our stories. Papa would join us on the porch while we listened to the game. We recounted for him our great feats of the day, our game-saving catches, our game-winning hits. Papa never played ball and didn't know much about the game at all. He laughed along with us, even though he didn't understand much of what we were saying. Or that's the way it was most nights. Then there were those other nights. Papa would just sit there, staring into the distance, rubbing his dry hands, swollen and leathery like small baseball mitts, browned with the dust from the parching mines. No matter how hard he rubbed, he couldn't cleanse them. There would be no baseball stories shared on those nights. And we never understood why, until we became our fathers.